Hello everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the Elemental Dragon vs the Empress Mech set 71796, and this particular LEGO set is out of the Ninjago Dragons Rising line. So this should actually be, from my loose recollection, the last of the Dragons Rising LEGO sets to do an unboxing on. And that'll pretty much put me in a spot of being caught up, at least from an unboxing perspective. It will be a little bit awkward. The box is a big box, so I am making do with what I have. So there might be a little bit of shuffling, and then once the box is done, things should get a bit better. So front of the rather lengthy box, so we do have a shot of the Empress Mech on the front alongside the Elemental Dragon. Definitely a good amount of pieces in the set. In fact, it's just over 1,000 pieces in total, so it's definitely got a bit of playability. It's definitely not a cheap set, but there you go. Anyway, that is the front of the box. We do have a bit of a quick rundown of all the included minifigs as well. 6.5 in total. But it looks like it should be a very interesting set. And in fact, I've just realized the Empress Mech is actually going to be unique in that it's not going to use those standard joints that we see in every other mech. So, bonus. In terms of the back, so back of the box, so continuing with the very interesting scenic view. So it looks like the Empress Mech has fallen, or is in the process of falling, and the Elemental Dragon has actually done a bit of a combination mode, which I'm hoping can be seen here. So combine the dragon, a little auxiliary flyer, and you have some bonus components on the dragon, which is very, very, very cool. So it should definitely be an interesting set to progressively build through. Okay, box done. Time to open up the box, get all these bags of pieces out, have a look through the manual, and yeah, get a better idea of what to expect. And with everything out of the packaging, now that we're sporting a bit more of a closer camera view, manual, which was in one of those actual pamphlet items within the box. There is a sticker sheet, there is one loose item, and there were surprisingly 8 bags of pieces and some wings for the dragon, of course. So, front of the manual. Going straight to the nitty gritty. So, bag number 1 will build 2 minifigs and a little supplementary flyer. 2 and 3, the Empress Mech and I suspect the Empress. 4 and 5 will build the main body. 6 and 7, 2 minifigs and what I suspect is the rear legs. 8 and 9 will pretty much do the rest of the dragon. So, definitely a very lengthy build. If I was doing a bag a day, could be up to 9 days, although looking at some of this, probably be less than that. Or if I ever get like a few hours spare, be a single day's of build. And there looks to be a part separator included. Okay, bag number 1. I'm going to somewhat race through this because the manual is much bigger than I was expecting. Okay. So it looks like 39 steps to do bag number 1. Our favorite little stud shooter will be part of it, which is unsurprising, but very cool. Bags 2 onwards, so the Empress Mech will basically start its own sequence of numbers. Interesting. So bag number 2 will have up to 49 steps. Bag number 3 will continue from step 50. and finish at step 101, so about 50 steps to finish off the Empress mech. Definitely looks like it's going to be a bit of a scale up from what we're used to mech wise, so I think that's very cool. Bag number 4 resets the counter back to 1. So 38 steps for that, and then bag number 5 is introduced at step 39. Bag number 6 introduced at 77. Wow, this will actually probably take a while. Bag number 7, step 119, so definitely not too bad. Well, probably more than 100 steps because of the restart of the step numbers. Okay, so that's 160. Bag number 8 starts at 161. Such a pretty decently length build. Into the 200s, pretty much start getting into the head. Where do we... oh, here we go. So step number 9 will start at step 223. The dragon alone is going to have a heap of steps. It makes me wonder, at 266 will it stop shy of 300? 277, 278, 280. Oh, this is combining the bits from the little supplementary kit. 282, 283. So the dragon, just shy of 300 steps on top of everything else. So I'd say playability is definitely there for this particular set. Final set, once everything is all put together. Definitely fairly involved. All the other Dragon Rising sets, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I was quite selective with what I wanted, and this is the last set that pretty much had to be picked up. Lengthy parts list. Okay, as for the other inclusions, a single sticker sheet, which you wouldn't think actually is even relative to this set. 8, well, up to number 8, but definitely not too bad in terms of sticker count. It's actually quite respectable. The one loose piece seems to be a grey nozzle of some description. And before getting into the bags, we have the plastic wing design as well, which I will keep as is, which does make me wonder how am I going to store this, because I don't want to keep everything in the box. Okay, quick look at the bag. Bag number 1, single bag inside. That's definitely a single sitting bag. Bag number 2, it's the start of the Empress and Empress mech. One small bag in there as well. Actually, I'm surprised I haven't moved into 2 bags inside. Bag number 3 also has a single bag inside. We do have some nice larger components for the weapons, etc. Especially that nice little blade effect inside, which does look very cool. Bag number 4, we now know is the start of the Elemental Dragon. One small bag inside, and there is the 0.5 of a minifig. Pretty much just a single piece. Bag 5, single small bag inside as well. Bag 6, still with a single small bag inside as well. Also spot bits of a minifig, if not 2, maybe. Number 7. I think it's probably safe to say every one of these bags will have a single small bag inside. I do sport a minifig in here as well. Bag 8. Pretty sure there's a small bag in there as well, and there's also a number of different effect items in here. Some of these little yellow thunderbolts, which is interesting because Last time we saw them, they were blue for Zane's Dragon Racing Car, and also a yellow version of those interesting little marbles we saw from the same set. So very interesting to see these pieces come up again, just in a different colour. And lastly, bag number 9. Apparently I couldn't count earlier when I started the part after the removal of everything from the box. And of course, there is one small bag inside. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the Elemental Dragon versus the Empress Mech set 71796 set out of Ninjago Dragons Rising. Once again, not too bad for 9 bags of pieces. As I mentioned earlier, it is over 1,000 pieces of build time, so overall it's definitely going to be a few hours worth of life distraction, which is good. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this Empress Mech goes, because it actually does appear to be more of a unique design as opposed to the very rinse and repeat carbon copy mech designs that we've been seeing as of late, as well as obviously building the dragon as well. I'm also quite interested to see how the actual length of the dragon is once completed. I feel like it's going to be of a decent length, and this is also off the back of just recently finishing the Executor Superstar Destroyer set, which did end up being a lot longer than I thought it would be. Good, definitely wasn't expected until you actually see it finished. Anyway, keep an eye out for the Executor set review sometime in the future, at least from the future of this video being published. With that being said, thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link in the description below. It's also the same handle as the YouTube channel, and also keep an eye out on the community post area as well, because sometimes I will try and do some weekly updates as to where things are at. That will be a good place to get an early indication of when I'll start putting the set together. Definitely backlogged a few of these Dragon Rising sets, that's not a problem. So hopefully I'll try and do a build and review once every fortnight of one of these sets, especially while they're still at retail. With that being said, stay safe, take care, and I'll catch you all in a future video. See ya.